Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, have you noticed something lately? It feels like picking up a new video game is starting to feel expensive. Like, really expensive. And it's not just a feeling, it seems like things are heading in a direction where playing the latest and greatest games might become something that only a certain group of people can really afford. Think about it. We've seen some new games coming out, and the price tags are definitely making people raise their eyebrows. We're talking about physical copies of games potentially hitting around $94. Let that sink in for a second. That's a significant chunk of change for just one game, even if it's supposed to be a really good one. The thing is, even if a game is worth that price in terms of the hours of entertainment it offers, it's still a lot of money for most folks to shell out, especially with everything else going on in the world and all the financial uncertainties we hear about. And what's even more concerning is the idea that this might just be the beginning. What if this becomes the new normal? What if $94 becomes the minimum we can expect to pay for a new game? Some big budget games are already creeping up to around $88, and we've even seen collector's editions going for as high as $125. Who knows what the really hyped up games in the future are going to cost? It kind of feels like we know what's happening here, right? Making video games is a complex and costly process. We've known for a while that development budgets have been going up. So what's the most straightforward response from the companies making these games? Are they going to try to cut costs in other areas? Maybe make games a little shorter? Or push more into those free-to-play models for single-player experiences? Probably not. It seems like the easiest thing for them to do is just to pass that cost directly on to us, the players. And honestly, it feels a little unimaginative, doesn't it? It's a pretty simple solution to a complicated problem. Now, I get it. We all want our games to look amazing and have tons of content. But there has to be a point where the price becomes a barrier for a lot of people. A smart approach would be to consider the downside of these ever-increasing costs. If games take forever to develop, and the only way to make money back is to charge an arm and a leg, it creates some obvious issues. One big problem is that it might push even more people towards free-to-play games. If you're looking at a price tag of $94 or more for a game versus something that's completely free and that all your friends are playing, it's a pretty easy choice for the average casual gamer. It almost feels like these companies are inadvertently pushing people towards the very thing they might be trying to avoid. Another thing to consider is that only a small number of games can really justify that kind of price. Sure, maybe those big first-party titles or the next installment of a massive franchise might get away with it. But what about those games that get decent reviews but aren't groundbreaking? Or what if you're just not completely sure if you'll even like a game? Are you really going to drop almost $100 on it? It feels like we might be heading towards a two-tiered video game world. On one side, you have these huge AAA games in a limited number of popular franchises and genres that cost a fortune. And on the other side, you have indie games that are maybe around $25 or less. Now, indie games are great, and they definitely bring a lot of creativity. But if the price of those big, highly anticipated games keeps going up, it means a lot of potentially amazing gaming experiences are going to be out of reach for a lot of people. It's a shame that subscription services haven't maybe become the widespread solution some hoped for. Looking ahead, it's hard to see an easy way out of this. It feels like games are just going to keep getting more expensive, and the number of people who can afford to buy them regularly, rather than just as a rare treat, is going to keep shrinking. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more discussions like this. Thanks for watching.